Clean house virgin gang. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Today on Something I Feel Like Showing Off. Whoop, bam. We got ourselves a Candace from Paradigm Trigger. Remember this card? Remember that this was worth 250 bucks? I sure do. You couldn't give this card away, but that's okay. Awesome card. Done by Naoki Saito, the goated artist, making beautiful banger trainer cards and Pokemon cards for years. Christmas themed, go on in the background, play I Spy with it. It's already up, yada yada yada, comment section. Let's talk about a clip I saw float around Sean's page, PokeVault's page. Before we get started, let me go ahead and say, big old fan of the Vault man himself right there, PokeVault X Collab, A1 fan since day one fan, am I right? I do like his content a good little bit. I saw this clip. This is a Kenny Boulder clip that he was reacting to featuring Christy at Snorlax Tax. Kenny Boulder is a criticism and talks about scalper page, much like myself. And then Christy at Snorlax Tax, she is an investment page, giving her take on investments, what booster boxes are doing what, things like that. It's the investor talk. Y'all already know the deal with that stuff, right? All their links will be in the description below. Got nothing against any of these creators right here. But this clip that's floating around kind of goes hand in hand with my Am I the Scalper video I made, where we talk about the morality of having sealed collections, the value of it. Is that okay? Is this not okay? What are people doing? Is this considered scalping? Is this not considered scalping? And I want to just bring this first and foremost to people's attention. I want to give my own little feedback, being the senior commentary page around here, being the big dog that's been doing this for a little bit long. I'm not any better than anybody else. I've just had more time to make more mistakes than everybody else. So I wanted to weigh in and give my take on this. So without further ado, let's check out this clip. You'll kind of get the feel for what's going on here as soon as it pops up.
This is $80,000 worth of Pokemon cards. And for me, that is insane. I think we've come into like a period of just greed.
So before we keep going, I want to comment on this being Sean. So whenever I went over to his page right here, this is basically what I saw for the clip. I literally thought that we were watching Christy break TOS or something like that, kind of whipping them out to basically get some Pokemon card attention floating her way. And I thought Vault was very nicely like censoring it. We have seen that before. That's not the case is what happened. It was very funny to me. It was very much a 2012 YouTube thumbnail where it kind of would have looked like something like this back in the day. And man, would have it got a lot of views, but man, 2012 YouTube was a time. I don't miss it at all. We have this kind of stuff now. I'd rather take this, where we got fucking beta male soy boy poggers faces looking at Pokemon cards, as opposed to this. The soy boy shit is a lot easier to explain to the missus. No, baby. So she got a different battle theme in the game, and like that, it's got the highest quality of audio on this one right here. And I don't know why they put that thumbnail. I'm just. Yeah, it's a lot easier to explain the poggers.
$80,000 worth of Pokemon cards. And for me, that is insane. I think we've come into like a period of just greed, of selfishness, of people buying way more than they should. And I think it's crazy that someone would be able to buy this amount of product in the first place and then just not rip it and just kind of make a throne and sit in it like it's like a treasure trove, like you're a dragon in The Hobbit, you know? And I just think it's also very cringe and very weird to post. Because at this point, this is just like a flex. It's like, look how much I've gathered. Look how much I own.
Alright, so you kind of get the synopsis here. Basically, PokeVault is reacting to this clip that Kenny Boulder put up criticizing Christy at Snorlax Tax's actual throne that she had made regarding all the booster box she hit. She made a post on r/PokeInvesting. People tried to bait me with this post for a long time. It is nothing new. I believe it's like several months old, the actual post that they were referring to. But she made a throne out of a bunch of the Sword and Shield booster boxes that she had accumulated over the years. You know, marking a threshold of, I think she passed 100,000 pounds for her collection, and basically made a celebratory post about it, being like, hey, check out all the stuff that I bought. It's a lot of booster boxes. There's a lot of product there. Kenny Boulder has a big problem with this because it is an insane amount of product to be just sitting on, like actual literally sitting on the product itself. Making a throne with that, and it's insane that people have this level of product because, you know, how could you get that and not open it? What's going on there? How could people actually do this? It's the same investor criticism that we've all been doing before. I've been guilty of this before in the past as well. I've chilled out on this a little bit more because ultimately the main real issue that I feel like we have is scalpers. Scalpers are the big problem there, where people will literally go clean out Walmarts, take hundreds of products meant for everybody in a town, and try to sell those for 3, 4, 5 times the price immediately. So we'll get into how much she paid for these boxes here in a little bit, but that's the ultimate goal for what's happening here. That's the ultimate point of the clip. Vault is giving his take. You know what? We all know how Vault is about that stuff. Vault's fucking dirt poor, has no collection whatsoever, so I guarantee he's going to be pretty salty about it.
I think we've come into like a period of just greed, of selfishness, of people buying way more than they should. And I think it's crazy that someone would be able to buy this amount of product in the first place and then just not rip it and just kind of make a throne and sit in it like it's like a treasure trove, like you're a dragon in The Hobbit, you know? And I just think it's also very cringe and very weird to post. Because at this point, this is just like a flex. It's like, look how much I've gathered. Look how much I own. And ha 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 ha, you know? And obviously, maybe it's like...
Okay, so that's it. You gotta get the idea. Basically clowning on old Kenny Boulder here for that stuff. And that's what's gonna happen when you make takes regarding this whole thing right there. It's silly, it's goofy, it's a big old flex. Why are we flexing our Pokemon cards? Why are we flexing this? Why are we flexing our posts and things like that? I get a little bit that it's cringy, I'm not gonna lie, but this is not the only person that has done this. Christy is far from the only person that has made a throne of fucking Pokemon cards or any kind of TCG. I know Brian's done it. I'm pretty sure Nostalgianomics has made a little throne about it too, where I've clowned. Am I gonna clown on him for having a sealed collection and sitting on it? No. The whole thing that I have against like certain people that are money bros isn't even that they have a sealed collection. Nostalgianomics, he's a professional victim. For PokeRev, when I had a couple criticisms with him, he was telling people to do stuff that he himself was not doing. I don't care that he has a sealed collection. That's not the issue whatsoever. People, in my opinion, having a sealed collection is not the problem. But that's ultimately what Kenny Boulder's criticism is boiling down to here. Is there's a lot of money, and I'm showing off exactly what I have. With Vault sitting there cheesing, eating his Skinny Pop. I'm very familiar with that bag. I'm a fan of Skinny Pop myself. That's a go-to snack right now while I'm at the gym shedding those pounds. And showing what he's got. I see a lot of stuff back there, man. Fucking, I've got some product. Vault's got a lot of product. Vault's got a fucking collection right there. And how you feel about that, I guess that's up to you. Is Kenny right or is he wrong? I mean, I guess that's a personal opinion about the whole thing, but we'll keep it going, and I'll show you why maybe that's not such a good take for him to have.
Very cringe and very weird to post. Because at this point, this is just like a flex. It's like, look how much I've gathered. Look how much I own. And ha 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 ha, you know? And obviously, maybe it's like, some folks can argue, oh, this is playful, this is, you know, making fun of things. No, this is a flex. This is the definition of what's wrong with the Pokemon card hobby right now. Because kids and most collectors cannot get this right now.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
It is disgusting. It's so gross. I'm fucking people. So that's essentially the video right there. So I want to actually take a second to actually look at the product that she has right there. This to me appears to be a lot of Sword and Shield product. Now I'm going to ask this question to people that are trying to get modern product nowadays and are getting priced out of the stores, not able to get anything that they want when they're going to Walmart, Sam's Club, Costco, trying to hit them restocks, right? Are you guys trying to get booster boxes of Sword and Shield? Is that the case of the things that you want? Are you trying to beat the scalpers to get out of print Sword and Shield product? Or are you trying to get, you know, maybe 151? You're trying to get yourself some Prismatic Evolutions, trying to get yourself some Journey Together, some Destined Rivals. Maybe not Journey Together. That's probably just me. You know, Destined Rivals, trying to get Mega Evolution. And, of course, the new set, Phantasmal Flame. Happy release day, by the way. Is this really the stuff people are trying to get? Is this scalped product? Did she take advantage of this and is trying to redistribute this back into the fucking community at a insane price for people? Like, cleaning out the actual supply of what these booster boxes is and charging people 4 to 5 times the price. No. This is essentially criticizing somebody for having a sealed collection, whether they call it an investment or whether they call it a sealed collection. That's the ultimate criticism that I'm getting from this right here. Now, let me break down a little bit further what this actually comes down to. Of course, I took the picture in landscape, so now I gotta hold my phone like a clown. So right here, this is the actual post that was baited for this right here. This is, I think, from a little bit of an older video. Like the title suggests, my sealed portfolio has crossed 100,000 pounds today. So that's going to be Christy at Snorlax Tax making this post right here. Everything I own has been purchased at MSRP or below, with most of the boxes being purchased for between 98 to 105 pounds, so roughly 120 bucks. That's pretty good considering the actual run for what boxes go for nowadays. Some of y'all weren't here, but a lot of the Sword and Shield product, even during prime scalpy scalp times of it, was available for short windows at MSRP or lower. Even Evolving Skies, for about a month straight, I remember people able to pick up booster boxes of that stuff. I have an ETB of that. I'm not a booster box collector person myself. If I get a booster box here and there, that's okay. I like my favorites. I'm a big ETB guy. That's my personal thing I like to collect. My most notable investment is a sealed case of Evolving Skies, which I had bought for 900 pounds, about $1,000 in October of 2021. So this is not someone who just came to the space in 2025. This is not a Surging Sparks bro. This is not somebody who walked around in here and is just fucking cosplaying, skin playing as a fucking Pokemon fan. This person's been here for 4 to 5 years. Now, to say this is just unacceptable, I guess that's up to you. But we're not dealing with a scalper here at this point. We're dealing with basically a creator, somebody who you'd have to criticize other creators for having the exact same level of product as well. And we'll get to that here in a second. My highest returning product is a Crown Zenith case of ETB. Yeah, that's fine. Bought for $300. That fucking Crown Zenith has had a real turn, hasn't it? I have slabs too, but they're not included because I don't consider them investments. That's cool. Finally, although these have been great investments, I'm definitely not up 48K in 180 days like the collector app says. So this is something that she has been investing in for a while. Now, me personally, you can feel how you want to feel about people having sealed collections. I have a sealed collection myself, and people can criticize me for that as well. I've since moved away from criticizing people who are just straight up money, and getting more specific about that. In my youth, in my younger days of making content creation, yeah, I was mad at people that were money bros because I was not able to get product there. I was getting priced out of Japanese, I was getting priced out of English, and literally it just seemed like everybody was hopping on shit and keeping me from getting my favorite stuff. I've since grown, I've since looked at stuff, and I now realize that there's more things happening in the space, and Kenny is a younger creator from what I know. I don't know if he's made content before this, but he's kind of relatively newer in the space, so I've just had more chances to make mistakes than he has. I've had more chances to learn from shit, and I just kind of want to pass this down to you before someone else comes in and just fucking slaps you across the face, alright? So, if you're going to have this criticism for people, if you're going to say that having a sealed collection is bad, I would highly advise you fucking curate that down to what you specifically want for it. If you believe she's bad for having a sealed collection, by all means, go for it, dog. But you're going to have to start criticizing a lot of other... Hence, you're probably going to have to start criticizing me as well. I 100% have a sealed collection of shit right there. Look at that. It's Umbreon tins right there. Am I part of the problem as well? Big old ETB guy. Am I part of the problem as well? Am I the issue? This is out of print. I have this. I just have this for the collection. Am I the problem? I'm flexing it right now. Check out what I got. Evolutions. A lot of you fucks will never have this Evolutions box because you're too poor. Blah, blah, blah. I'm joking. It's for the joke, guys. Am I part of the problem? Look at these little miniature boxes of stuff right here. Annihilate boxes. Nobody wanted these shits. King Gambit. King Gambit's one of my favorite new Pokemon from Scarlet and Violet. Of course, I copped a couple of these boxes right here at MSRP. Am I the problem? I'm holding on to these. Is my wife the problem for having this thing right here? She loves the baby Pokemon right there, and she has not opened this because she loves having this in her sealed collection of cards right here. Fantastic box. She has great taste. Is she part of the problem for having a sealed collection regarding one of her favorite products from the Sun and Moon era with one of her favorite cards? Is she a part of the problem for having a sealed collection and flexing it in y'all's faces? Brother, when I say Journey Together is my favorite set in the Scarlet and Violet era, I mean it. It is my favorite set with Black and White being very close by it. I think it's going to be a great set. I have some product right here that I actually am holding on to because I just love the design of the trainers and their Pokemon stuff. Am I the problem? Am I the problem for this? Check it out. Look what I got. I didn't open it. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, remember when no one wanted celebrations? Remember when no one wanted that? I picked up these Zacian boxes for fucking below MSRP because nobody wanted that. And I actually really like the Zacian Level X card. I like the Level X cards a lot. That's something for me. Great pin. Great stuff right there. I personally picked these up. Am I part of the problem? Maybe I want to give these to one of my friends. Maybe I just want to have these in my collection. Maybe I want to open product. Like I opened one of these like a month and a half ago, something like that, maybe 2 months ago for a video to make a point about the Mew, but I didn't want to pay market price for something. Am I the problem for having some product for my future when I get out of the fucking government job that I'm in and I want to have stuff to make content, or I want to give stuff away, or I want to trade, or whatever the fuck I want to do? Am I the problem? Am I the problem for having sealed toys? Am I the problem for having this Vaporeon skateboard? Is that me being part of the problem right there? It's look, it's a Gooner-tastic skateboard right there. There's some real degen. Am I the problem for that? While we're at it, are these people part of the problem? Kenny, are you part of the problem? Roll that clip.
You don't have to buy all the ETBs out there. You don't have to buy so much that you just are in debt, you know? And I think that's the thing, is that I buy enough to enjoy. I think I take pride in the fact that I buy enough to rip. And yes, I do have a sealed collection, but no, I don't have like a collection to invest. That's just not my style. And yes, I do have a sealed collection.
Take this as feedback. Don't take this as me coming at you a specific way. I still like you. Still want to see you thrive. Keep doing what you want to do, man. Keep doing the content you like. If you fully agree, double down. Call me a fucking moron. Call me stupid too. I can take it. I completely understand where you're coming from. Own your opinion. I just want you to reconsider that, considering the fact that you yourself have a sealed collection, that you are buying in excess so you can open up product and have stuff for later as well. Doesn't matter really, in my opinion, how much of it you have. People can't get the cards that you have. Kids can't get the cards you have. Kids can't get the product you have. Are you the problem? Did you scalp it? Are you keeping people from getting things? Are you taking advantage of things at MSRP that people don't want? What is it? Like, which one actually is it? What are you actually doing here, my guy? To criticize people just purely for being interested in the money aspect of Pokemon, yeah, there's something to be said about that. I have my criticisms for investors and things like that. Mostly their goofy takes on what they tell people to do and how much I really do think they overextend on how much Pokemon cards really will replace their traditional jobs and their Roth IRAs and their retirement plans and stuff like that. Or just the sheer level of goofiness that some of them kind of show on their r/Poke investing posts like that, like where they're clearly just trying to fish for compliments or something like that. She is not asking what to do with her investment. She's not fishing for compliments. She knows what she's doing. She knows exactly what she did. She reached a goal. She was sharing it with people. You can call it cringe that she put it on a throne, but she's not sitting there going like, guys, what do I do with my product? What do I do with this here? It's Sword and Shield product, man. I don't think anyone in 2025 is clamoring about things not being available from the Sword and Shield era. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. I'm not too sure, but they really shouldn't be because that stuff is out of print. And there's a lot of stuff in the Scarlet and Violet Mega Evolution that is being currently scalped and being unable to be gotten by people in the Pokemon space currently. That's my criticism to you. Take it for what you will. It's nothing personal. I just wanted to be the one to tell you this, to show you this. Whenever I was coming up in commentary, there was nobody. It was like me, Rattle, and like a couple other people. That was fucking it. So nobody was able to daddy me up and tell me a couple things and be like, hey, maybe you should think about this a little bit. It wasn't until I talked to like Rob Does Pokemon and a couple other Money Bros that I kind of opened my mind a little bit more about how that shit was going and really focused on what I thought was the true problem in the Pokemon spaces. Have your criticism though. I'm all for it. That's all I got, Virgin Gang. See you later. Have a good one. It's investments. Ugh, fucking Sword and Shield product. Damn that scalper for that Sword and Shield product. God damn, I wanted to get that fucking Fusion Strike box in 2025. If only I was around 2021 and was able to get it for $80. That's a true story. That did happen. I think people forget about the lost pulls, the swipe pulls from the Pokemon. What a time to be in the Pokemon space, man.